Hello, what is going on, guys? We are back for another Showdown Live. I am super excited to tell you guys that the Isle of Armor DLC is now available. And not only is it now available in Sword and Shield, but it is also available to play on Pokemon Showdown with all of the added Pokemon and new moves, new tutors, all that shit. It's all in the game already. Everything's ready to go. And I'm super excited for it. I'm super excited to jump right into it, just see how the meta develops and see what becomes popular. Because as you know, Gen 8 was just getting really stale as of late, and I'm glad that something came to the game which could finally spice it up a little bit. But as far as right now, this team here, this is probably, this was the first team I made. I've made like 5 or 6 teams already, tested them out a little bit. But this is the first one I've made so far. The first 3 Pokemon on the left are ones which this is for a later video. You guys will see that. But these 3 mons up here were just standard shit, but I really missed, and I think it helps balance out the metagame. This is just a Specs Magnezone, which is going to trap any wannabe Skarmories or Corviknights without Shed Shell. Those are pretty threatening, so figured that's going to be one of the main metagame threats moving forward. And then we have Scizor, which I'm probably going to actually change this up a little bit. I'm gonna just give it a little more in attack, just because it's a little weak. Yeah, something like that's good. Doesn't need to hit any specific number. I do want it to be pretty physically bulky, but just a little bit of attack. But yeah, anyways, oh, hold on, I should probably reopen that. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so the first 3 are relatively standard. Heavy Duty, Boots, Volcarona. Actually, the first 4 are relatively standard. I have Chansey here. Just Chansey. We all know what it did in Gen 7. We know that it's a terrifying threat just because it just sponges hits. It's so hungry for those focus blasts. But yeah, that thing's going to be annoying. And we've got Hippowdon here rocking the new move Scorching Sands, which, if you did not know, is basically like Scald, where it has a 30% chance to burn, but it is also a ground type move. So I think that's a really interesting addition to the game. And the last spot here is just a flex spot. I figured I needed some hazard control, so I brought in Starmie, a new addition to the game. But I'm also rocking the new move Meteor Beam on this thing. I haven't clicked it yet because I feel like I would need a pretty niche situation to click this, but since there's only a few Pokemon that actually get Meteor Beam aside from the Mythicals, I figured now was as good of a time as any to pull that out of the hat and try and go for some crazy shit there. But yeah, that's the team that we're going to be working with today, and let's just jump right into it. As we get, a pretty scary guy in the first battle. He has Scizor, Azumarill, Skarmory, Alakazam, Clefable, and Urshifu. Do not know which Urshifu that is, by the way, because it is bugged, and so it doesn't actually show it. Although I don't even know if you can tell by the way they look anyways. But yeah, looks like Magnezone's going to put in a lot of work this game. And I'm going to need it to, because otherwise the rest of my team just gets swamped on. And Scizor is going to be really good as well against the Alakazam. But ultimately, I think he's probably going to lead with his Urshifu, if not his Skarmory. So I'm just going to lead with Starmie, as he does lead with Urshifu. And he's going to go for the Wicked Blow here, which unfortunately I do not have a switch in for at all. So I guess I'm just going to fish for a burn. As he does reveal to be Scarf, though. That's okay, I guess. So now I do go for that, and then I'm going to go for the U-turn. As he does realize that his Skarmory is lost, because now I can go into Magnezone and just go for the Thunderbolt. As that does end up taking it out. Okay, but unfortunately his Urshifu looks like it's just going to blow right through my team. Literally. I mean, if you look at its freaking move description, Wicked Blow. But yeah, he's probably going to go for the Wicked Blow here. I don't know if it 2-hit KOs Chansey. I doubt he'll go for the close combat. If he does, well, then there's nothing I can really do about it. Ultimately, I think it's just going to be what I value the most. Because Scizor's good here against essentially everything he has on his team except for his own Scizor. I need Magnezone. And I want to say I should keep Scizor. So I think sacking Chansey here. No, I think a Powdon first is probably better. Because he does actually opt to go for the U-turn, though, which is good. Now that I think about it, though, because I have played some practice games before this, my Hippowdon was getting 2-hit KO'd by Wicked Blow, but I think it was banded Wicked Blow. Oh, he reveals a Psyshock, though, which is kind of tough, if I do say so. But now I can go into Scizor here and hopefully kill it with a Bullet Punch. This is why I gave myself the extra attack. As he goes into his own Scizor, he has nothing to kill me with, as I'm just going to go for a Roost. Oh, as he does, he reveals a superpower, but that means I can Quiver Dance up with my Volcarona, and I don't see anything that's threatening to stop this. Clefable might be unaware, but even if it is, it's still 2-hit KO'd. Oh. It is unaware, but that's a roll. And he gets the roll in his favor. He gets the roll in his favor. Absolutely terrifying. Infuriating, I might say. But I do get Clefable down, so that's good. This goes into Urshifu. I think now is an appropriate time to sack Chansey, as he goes for the Wicked Blow. As now, at this point, is there anything stop? Yeah, Volcarona can't win quite yet. That's unfortunate, because I kind of need that to win, like, as soon as possible. Because it's going to die to an Azumarill Aqua Jet. But, I can go into Powdon here and just go for a Scorching Sands. I think that's the best play, ultimately. I do get the burn. Nice. Oh, but it's Magic Guard, so I suppose it doesn't really matter. I am going to eat that up pretty good, actually. But I think my only chance of winning is... Okay. I'm going to Whirlwind you out. Oh, wow. He got really greedy there. And he goes into Scizor, which I don't think is going to be able to take me out. And I'm going to be able to get up all the way to 50% again. And I think I should be able to slack off on this guy for good. Yes, as I am able to. That should be the game. I'm just going to keep on spamming Scorching Sands. Slack off when needed. But yeah, his Azumarill is put in a really bad spot now. I think, honestly, I keep my Hippowdon. Right? I think that's the play. He goes into Azumarill here, actually, which guarantees him the loss. So I just Whirlwind that out, and now I slack off again. Slack off, not slack off. Can't really talk right now, but that's besides the point. Because now I'm just gonna keep on spamming this. He's going for a poison, but I don't think there's any way he can win at this point, as he does get the poison, but I'm surprised I haven't gotten any burns. I got the one on Alakazam, which is ironically the only one that didn't matter at all. This goes into a Azumarill. I'm going to Whirlwind you out. Damn, I need to get a burn. I could potentially still lose this. It's possible. Alright. Now I think it's impossible to lose this. I believe it is. Because I go into Magnezone. Magnezone's not going to die to anything except for close combat. And then... Right? I go into Magnezone. Yeah, it won't die to a Wicked Blow, I want to say. I might have choked this. It's possible that I could have choked this. But even so, I don't think Volcarona dies to a Wicked Blow. He's going to go into Urshifu here. I think I have... Oh, shit. I turned this into a 50-50. But it was that poison on a Powdon. It was also me not getting a burn that turned this into a 50-50, which is extremely unfortunate. He's going to go for the close combat here. I think that's fairly obvious. But I have to go into Volk. As I do get the burn, so it does not matter regardless. That's going to be the game. So now I think Magnezone should live regardless. Because it's Scarfed Urshifu. Which really doesn't have that much attack. I could be wrong. Okay, yeah. Awesome. We get the victory in match number 1. That was a lot closer than it probably should have been. But that's okay. We still did what we needed to do. As in the next game, this guy also has Urshifu, but he has a Slowbro, non-Galarian. He has a Volcarona, Weavile, Dragapult, and Excadrill. Looks like this guy's rocking the absolute hyper offense build here. So I think it is pretty obvious that he's going to lead with Weavile. I'm going to lead with Scizor, and then double out into Starmie, actually. As he ends up leading with Excadrill. Interesting. So I'm going to go into Hippowdon here. I think that's pretty safe. I can get up my own rocks. But I'm just going to go for the Scorching Sands here. Because I intend on... well, then again, I suppose it doesn't matter, but I want to pressure him. Any burn? I do get the burn. Nice. Now I do win this interaction by just spamming... by spamming Stealth Rocks. He'll never be able to get rid of them. So let's see what he wants to do here at this point. I've also noticed that the people I've been matching up against have been a lot more difficult. He's going to spin those away, but you can spin all you want. I'm going to win this interaction. I'm just going to spam rocks. He does go into Dragapult here. I'm going to go into Chansey, hoping that he's special, as he's the Hex set. Okay. It's interesting. So I think he's going to go for a sub here. I think Hippowdon's to play. As he goes for a U-turn, actually. Wait, is my Chansey still burned? What? Oh, don't tell me I have the wrong ability on it. Oh, it needs to have Natural Cure. It does. Why is it still burned? Okay, as he goes into... okay, yeah, it's not burned anymore. He goes into Slowbro. That gives me a free switch into Chansey. And I can just soft-boiled up here. He's got a pretty scary team, I'm not going to lie. I don't see myself winning this game easily. Oh, as he has Teleport. That's an interesting tech, actually. I'm glad I got Excadrill as low as it is, though. I'm just going to go for rocks again. There's nothing I lose by doing this. That Earthquake's going to do not enough damage. I can just slack off here on his likely Rapid Spin. I'm going to end this interaction with, I believe, around 78% health, right? I just go for rocks here. Because he's going to go for an Earthquake. I'm going to go for rocks, then he's going to go for Rapid Spin. Then I'm going to go for rocks. As he does actually switch out. I'm scared by how much this is going to do. But I kind of feel that I have to whirlwind it out. Because it is kind of free to set up in my face. I say do whirlwind out the Urshifu and bring out the Excadrill again, which is great because now rocks are here to stay. That's awesome for me. This goes out into Slowbro. He's probably going to teleport, but I still think Chansey's a good switch here. This goes for a Toxic. Interesting. I'm going to go for my own Toxic, actually. Nothing on his team can eat this Toxic. There we go. And I'm going to go for a Soft Boiled. Because he's probably going to teleport. Yep. What does he go out into? Probably Weavile, I'd imagine. This goes out to Urshifu, actually. I want to see what kind of set this is. But he's a Fighting Dark one. Okay. So I go out into Scizor here. How much does that do? Oh, he crits the close combat. I was about to say it would make sense if he crit the Wicked Blow, but he crits the close combat. So it looks like I just basically lost Scizor for nothing. I do get a little bit of extra chip on him, though. Because now I should be able to go into... And also, that did, like, so much damage, so I'm pretty sure he's... Well, he's definitely choiced in some way. I'm going to go for the Meteor Beam here. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go crazy. Now I'm going to go for a Scald. He has Hex, actually. That's really dumb. Really dumb play. But he has nothing to Wish Pass on his team, so it's good. The damage I get off is permanent damage. He's got Will-O-Wisp, U-Turn, Hex, Disable, or Hex and Sub. Hopefully it's not Sub. As in, I'm just going to go for a Seismic Toss on a switch. Now I'm actually going to go into Starmie here. He goes for a Teleport. He's taking Rocks damage, though, which is good. This goes on to Urshifu. I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin here. This is going to tell me if he's choiced or not. If he goes on to Dragapult, that'd be annoying. So I finally do get rid of Rocks, though, which is great. And my Starmie's going to be able to get back up to full. He's recovering up, but that's fine because I have Natural Cure. So the more that he just wastes his shit, that's fine by me. And this is putting him on a timer. This goes into Urshifu here. I'm going to go for a Scald. He's probably going to switch out into Slowbro again. But again, that does, like, limit Urshifu's switch-ins. As I do get rid of Urshifu, actually, which is great for the rest of my team. Fortunately, I do not have a great switch into Weavile. My only chance of dealing with it is probably Volk. But I'm going to have to stack something if he switches into it directly. Because I absolutely need Chansey around for Volcarona. If otherwise, it just wins the game straight up. And I really want Hippowdon around as well. I'm assuming he's also probably carrying the triple Axle. So all around, it's just an immense threat. Okay. As he takes Rocks damage, which is good for me. I might even have to sack Chansey at this point. I don't even know if it's worth saving. I think it is. I'm going to go into Starmie. That's fine. I don't mind losing Starmie. So now I go into Magnezone. I just go for Thunderbolt. If he has a low kick, I might be a little butthurt. But I don't think he has anything to kill me with. Goes out into Slowbro. I catch that thing. Gets O-code. Beautiful, beautiful. By the looks of it, his Weavile is going to be banded. As he brings it back out, so I'm assuming a low kick is coming my way. I'm going to go out into Hippowdon. As I do predict that correctly, and I can just go for a Slack Off here. Just keep my thing healthy. Dragapult does take a considerable amount of damage here, which is awesome. He's probably going to go for a U-turn, though. I'm just going to soft boiled up. Weavile has, he's at 45%, so one more switch in. Goes for the Draco. Does absolutely no types of damage. I know this does end up a little stally with the team I have, but I think the sets are pretty cool, honestly. So he's going to go out into, as he goes out into Weavile here, I'm going to go out into Volcarona, because it'll eat. I guess it won't. Okay, but that's fine, because now I go out into Magnezone, and now I get another kill. And now Weavile doesn't switch back in. Yep, as he switches it out, which is fine. He can go in, if he goes into Volcarona here, I go into Chansey and just throw off a Toxic. I'm going to Volt Switch out here. If he wants to kill me, be my guess. I'm just going to get the fuck out of there and then Toxic you. I'm at full health, no poison, no burn. So I should be able to, even at +2, his Flamethrower will do like 40%. Okay. And now I just soft boiled. And now I'm going to go for a Seismic Toss, actually. Awesome. That damage is going to be racking up really fast. Looks like this is going to be the victory for us. He does get the Spadef drop, but I don't think that matters. As we can just go out into Magnezone here and just sack it to the Draco. Throw off a Toxic, and that's going to be the game. Awesome. So yeah, this team's a little stally here. I'm not going to lie, but I know people are just probably going to be pissed because I'm using Chansey. But, I mean, I miss using Chansey, man. The thing is, like, Dragapult got, like, so big and, like, was on every team in this metagame. So, just having something that basically hard counters it, I think it's nice and balancing, because Dragapult had like 25% usage, which is pretty toxic. I know Clefable is an even worse defender, but I think the metagame will stabilize where everything's going to be like below 15%, which would be an ideal situation. But yeah, it looks like we only got 2 battles in this live, which is a bit unfortunate. But don't worry, I'm going to be posting a lot more of these in the upcoming days. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, though, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next Alvarmer DLC video. Peace.